Welcome into the DFS Den. Dave Eddy here, aka Corporal Eddie on Twitter. Before we get into the wide receivers, if you're watching this video, that means I know you've been watching either my strategy videos or the other daily videos so far for week one. So go ahead and drop a like on here real quick before I get started. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk wide receivers. I'm going to give you my top cash play for the week. I think that this is actually going to be a week where you're probably going to pay up at running back, and you're probably going to put a running back in your flex for cash. So you're going to, be looking to pay down basically at wide receiver, and a guy that you can quote unquote pay down for, but not really lose any production is going to be Michael Pittman. I would say don't overthink it in cash. Just go ahead and play him. Again, we're looking for just the best plays in cash. We're not worried about ownership. Michael Pittman, mispriced, throw him in your cash lineup. Now for MME, he's going to be a little bit chalky. I don't think that means that you can't play him. You just need to make sure that in lineups where you have Pittman, you're going to want to make sure that he's not surrounded with other high ownership guys. And speaking of Michael Pittman, we got his run back partner here, Brandon Cooks. Basically, if you're playing Pittman, you're going to want to run it back with Cooks. I think he's the most obvious run back choice there, especially from the wide receiver position. Let's talk about Devonte Smith, a very chalky Jalen Hurts. I think is typically going to be paired with an A.J. Brown, maybe even a Dallas Goedert. But A.J. Brown's, since we're talking about wide receivers, he's going to probably carry 3 to 4 times the ownership that Devonte Smith is going to carry. And Devonte Smith is no slouch, and I expect that they're going to score points going up against that Lions defense. So I think Devonte Smith is a way that you can stack that chalky Hurts, but being a little bit different and not losing, a ton of upside. So I like that route. Rashad Bateman, I think that ownership with Lamar, as far as the stacking partner concerned, is going to be split up between Bateman and Andrews. Really no one, worth talking about other than that. I think that Andrews is going to come in a little bit higher own, though. So if you are going with Lamar and you don't want to go naked with him, you want to stack him, I'm leaning Bateman over Andrews just to be a little bit different. You do lose a little bit of upside, but I think you gain a little bit of leverage. So you just got to decide what you want to do there. It's another way to, give yourself an opportunity to pay down at tight end as well. Of course, playing Andrews with him would be fine because it's paying up at tight end. So either way you want to go, I just think that's a way to be slightly different. Devonte Adams. Now, he's the highest priced wide receiver on the slate. And, to be fair, we don't quite know how he's going to be utilized, with the Raiders. Being, one of the best receivers in football, I can't imagine he's not going to get peppered with targets. But being that there is a little bit of uncertainty just with exactly the type of role that they have for him, and being that he's expensive on the slate, I think that you're going to see his ownership being less than it should be in a high-scoring game as well. So I like Devonte Adams there this week to go with Derek Carr or as a run back with Justin Herbert. And then lastly, let's talk about Justin Jefferson. Again, going to be popular, but definitely my preferred stacking partner with Cousins. You could go Thielen. You could get a little bit different with Osborne as well, but Jefferson, I think, is the guy. Again, similar to like the Pittman play, if you play Jefferson, you just need to know that you're going to have to get different elsewhere. He's going to be, the chalky guy in your lineup. So just some things to think about. Those are some of my favorite wide receivers to play this week and how I would go about doing that. So if you haven't done so already, go ahead, pop on over here, subscribe to the channel, and you turn on the notifications so you get an alert every single time a new video comes out. And then if you didn't do so earlier, go ahead and drop a like on here and make sure you check out the rest of the daily videos. I'll see you next time.